Let's take a look at defining attributes of two-dimensional shapes. Before we get started, I want to talk about the vocabulary that you need to understand. So first there's face. Face is a flat surface. So this is the face of this shape. It is the flat surface. The second word is side, which is a line segment. So these right here are the line segments. Another word for that is edge. So this is either a line segment, side, or an edge. And the third word is angle. And this is where two line segments or two sides come together to form this point. These are also called vertices, these points. Okay, so it's important that you understand all of this vocabulary because you could see these words interchanged for each other. So you need to know that the side could also be called an edge, and an angle could also be called a vertex or a vertices. Okay, so let's take a look. Defining attributes are faces, sides, and angles. So how many faces does this shape have? There's only one face on this shape, so we're going to put a 1 right here. How many sides or edges does this shape have? Sometimes when you are counting the sides or edges, you might forget where you started. So I like to put a little mark every time I count. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this shape has 5 sides or edges. And then we're going to count our vertices or our angles. And again, I'm going to put a little mark on the vertice that we count so we don't lose track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this shape, sorry, it's not letting me type. This shape has 5 angles or 5 vertices. Okay, let's look at our next shape. So this shape has how many faces? There's only one face on this shape, so I'm going to put 1 next to faces. Then we want to count our sides or edges, and again, I'm going to mark these as I count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this shape has 4 sides or 4 edges. And then let's count our angles or vertices. We're going to use a marker to put on our corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this shape has 4 angles or 4 vertices. So when you are looking at shapes and you are defining the attributes of a shape, these are the words that you should understand: face, side, and angle. And don't forget that a side can also be called an edge, and an angle can also be called a vertex or vertices when you're talking about more than one. Next time, we'll talk about three-dimensional shapes.